Hey guys, another new bait here. This is the new hollow point. And the reason I call this worm the hollow point is because of the tail. If you look at the tail of the hollow point, back here on the tip of the tail where the bulb of a normal tail is, the bottom side of that bulb is hollowed out. And then it transitions into this needle point. Now, that is what makes the hollow point different from all the thousands of straight tail worms that are on the market. The hollow point, when it rests on the bottom and that tail is starting to slowly sink, say you've got it rigged on a shaky head or a Texas rig, you know, the nose of that bait is going to impact the bottom first, and then the tail is going to slowly start to descend. That hollowed out section makes that tail have just, well, you can see I can't even hold it without it moving. It makes it have just that awesome, tantalizing, teasing, something that a curious bass can't stand to leave alone action as it rests there on bottom. It also gives a place for water to catch if water is pushed against the bait. And this is kind of something that a lot of people don't think about. You know, when you're fishing and you have a bait that's you're fishing relatively slow on the bottom, be it a soft bait or a jig, when a fish swims up to your lure, that fish is pushing water. The way this bait is designed and the tail feature this bait has, if this bait's sitting on the bottom motionless, or practically motionless, because I don't know if you can make it be totally motionless, when it's sitting on the bottom and a fish swims up to that worm, just that fish swimming up to this worm is going to make that worm quiver. It's going to make that worm shake. It's going to make that worm look alive. And that's what the hollow point's all about. I spent about a year tweaking on this worm and messing with this worm and trying to create a straight tail worm that was different from all the standard industry straight tail style worms. And the hollow point's kind of where I settled on. The hollow point comes in two sizes. This is the 7-inch standard hollow point. This is the 5.7-inch hollow point finesse. They both have the same, you know, cut out bottom half tail section, and they both have the little taper and needle on the end. But the hollow point is an awesome worm to Carolina rig with. You can Nico rig it. You can put it on a shaky head. You can put it on a drop shot. You can throw it wacky style. This cup tail, no matter how you rig it, is going to increase the action that this worm has. So, you know, the hollow point, I don't think there's a human being that bass fishes that doesn't use a straight tail worm at some point in time for some technique. It's just such a versatile bait. It's a bait that's in every one of our boats. But this one is different. This one is unique. It's its own animal. It's its own creature, and it's something that, you know, offers you a worm that I feel like has a little bit better performance aspect than a lot of just standard straight tail worms that are on the market.